Across our installed base, about 20% of all prescriptions that all the RedSail customers fill are cash. And when I say cash, I'm talking pure cash, not discount cards, not anything paid for at all by any third party. And that percentage has actually, if anything, gone up a little bit over time. And what we have found is it's not a consistent underpricing or overpricing, but there are instances where customers are overpricing, and there's many instances where they're underpricing. And when I say underpricing, I'm talking about what the underlying cost of the drug is, what their labor and overhead cost is of filling a prescription, and then what other pharmacies are charging, frankly. And so there's all sorts of reasons why you might want to be the low-cost provider or the high-cost provider or in the median. And so, but it's a lot of work to maintain that. And so we've seen, especially in organizations that have a decent number of pharmacies, that they've got dedicated people spending time trying to manage that manually on an ongoing basis. Our average customer on RxCash Plus, and Josh, keep me honest here, I think is when we apply whatever formula they decide they want to apply, which we can do a very, very bespoke set of rules for individual pharmacies, their price goes up about $3 per prescription for cash prescriptions. And so that may not sound like a lot, but obviously depending on your volume, and if that 20% of volume holds true, or whatever percentage it is for your pharmacy, that can be tens of thousands of dollars per year, which of course falls directly to your bottom line. And so messaging that to pharmacies, it's, hey, there's a pricing opportunity here, not to gouge your patients, but to just be in line with the cost of doing business and the overall cost that other pharmacies are charging for the same prescription and the same services. And so when they see that and then see the lift, it's a very, very straightforward value proposition that's very compelling. And frankly, the biggest reason people say that they don't opt in is, oh, I've got cash prices already set. And I think there's just kind of a lack of awareness in many cases of what the market dynamics are in their particular geography. And so that's I think the challenge in articulating the value is like, oh, I have a cash price loaded in Pioneer or Invest. I don't need this. But the reality is that there's very, very few customers that are consistently managing cash prices in a way that kind of aligns with the market trends.
I hear probably the same stories over and over again about pharmacies trying to, consistently make sure they're pricing their clinical services correctly, that they're getting reimbursed appropriately for vaccines with administration fees and things like that. And yet they set their price for cash once and forget about it, right? Like all of these things, like you're running a very, very low margin business these days. All the juice counts, right? And that's kind of where the Cash Plus program comes in, is like you don't have to constantly be thinking about how you're changing your cash pricing. It's just like Medicare pricing rules. They get updated twice a year. Somebody has to load them, and if you don't load them, you're leaving a huge amount of dollars on the table. It's the same concept.